I got this call, and it was the hospital. They said, your father's had a heart attack. It doesn't look good. He's not expected to make it. You need to get here quick. I talked to Dr. Lee on the phone, and he says, you know, he says, we tried to get the catheter up his thigh. We stuck it in, we tried to, we couldn't even get it up mid-thigh. It was just that plaqued, and it was just that stuck, like an old corroded pipe. So at that point, I went to the hospital. 2 days later, my father died of a heart attack. He was in his early 70s, and that probably shouldn't have happened. Heart attack, heart disease is the #1 killer. There's almost 1 million people that have heart attacks every year in the United States. And 500,000, half of them, are totally sudden and unexpected. And how many times have you had people, they've gone into a doctor, they've had a complete battery of tests, and they said, you're 100% fine. And within 2 weeks, they dropped dead of a heart attack. So something's wrong. This is a serious medical condition. It's affecting our society. I stepped away from practice after 10 years, and I dedicated my life to studying heart disease, to find out, is there anything that we could do? Because the conventional methods weren't working. People have had heart attacks like James Gandolfini. Tim Russert, a wonderful pundit of a man, died. Randy Macho Man Savage. How about this? Wendy's founder. What's his name? Dave Thomas. Died, 66, massive coronary. And how about Jay Denshaw? You know who Jay Denshaw is? You don't know who Jay Denshaw is? Oh, well, first let me ask you a question. If you go vegetarian and you eat vegetarian your whole life, you'll reduce your risk of heart attack, stroke, cancer, and the rest. Correct? How many people think that's true? Say yes.
Yes.
Wrong. Jay Denshaw is the head of the American Vegetarian Society. Vegetarian for 44 years, never tasted a piece of hamburger in his life. He dropped dead of a heart attack. So we know that problem. We know nothing against vegetarianism. It is a good lifestyle. But it's not the be-all and end-all. There's something, we're missing something here. How many people think dairy products, cheese, milk, and eggs cause heart disease, plaque up your arteries? How many say that's true?
True.
You're not catching on. That is false. In fact, Brown University just did a study. They totally debunked it. In fact, the new guidelines don't have cholesterol there anymore. Eggs are back on the list. You can eat all the eggs you want.
Really?
Thank you.
How about fish oil? Is fish oil good for your heart? How many say that? You're not catching on, people. All the recent studies have showed that there's no reduction in heart disease by taking fish oil. I personally am a big olive oil fan. I think it's one of the most important things. So what I am is I've spent this time finding out exactly what diet, what exercise, and what supplements you need to have bulletproof coronary arteries. You are either going to have heart disease, starts as early as 18 years old from studies of Vietnam war veterans and autopsy young kids. Or you can wait till you have heart disease, you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, whatever, you've had a stent, you've had a bypass, you've gone to your doctor, and now you're on 4 to 6 drugs for life. Cholesterol drugs are for life. Or, now get your medical care. Do not get medical care. It's very important. But then when you're done, you need to come back to me and say, well, is there anything that we can holistically do, naturally do, to actually reverse heart disease? There's a Dr. Mark Houston out of Vanderbilt University, professor emeritus, and he also has a big, giant blood pressure clinic. And he's shown that you can actually get 60 to 70% of people off all medications with natural methods. That's amazing. Now, this is a 4-hour lecture, 17-minute TED Talk, 5-minute mini TED Talk. How many people have heard of epigenetics? Epigenetics is, okay, I'm going to give you just 2 more questions. If someone has cancer, do they have a probability of having cancer in their family? It's genetic, right? Yes. Wrong. 95% of cancers are not genetic, only 5% are. How about if you have a heart attack? You come from a heart attack family. I hear this all the time with my patients. I've had a heart attack. So, if your parents had a heart attack, you have a higher chance of having a heart attack.
No.
Not possible because of epigenetics. You know what epigenetics is? They found that your genes do not express themselves unless the environment tells them to. That means the nutrients and the things you put in it, you can have a heart disease gene, but it won't express itself because you've given it the right environment. You don't express the cancer gene. It's in remission because you have given it the proper environment. So, epigenetics is like, whoa, say epigenetics. It's like the new science. It's the thing that you can actually put nutrients in your body and change your genetic future. You can live to be 95 and be fit and virile and spunky. It's a combination of diet, exercise, and nutrition. And epigenetics is so amazing because there are actually 43 nutrients that you need for optimum health. 43 specific nutrients. You need them in the right doses in the right form based on the latest research. Would you like to know what those nutrients are?
Yes.
Yes, okay. I have a little bit of time left. At the end, I have a very, very nice surprise for all of you. Compliments of Craig. So with the 43 different things. Now, what about heart disease? What's the problem with heart disease? My research has uncovered 3 molecular toxins. Contraxin, biosynthetic methionine, and lipoprotein A. Have you ever heard of these? Has your doctor ever mentioned them? You want to know why? How do you think you reduce all these biological toxins that your body makes? With supplementation. There's no money in this for the drug companies. The doctors are fabulous, they're brilliant, they're trained, they're dedicated. They just don't get this information. So you're not going to hear about biosynthetic methionine. You're not going to hear about these 3 toxins, and inflammation will actually crack your arteries and start that plaquing process. You need to take vitamins. Let me just tell you about one vitamin. If you take B vitamins, you have 1,000% less chance of having Alzheimer's disease, and the brain scans show a difference. And you need to take them every day because they're water soluble. You urinate them out. Urinate them out. That's just one of the many things you need to do. Now, I've written a book called The 3-Step Heart Cure. And I also have a program. This is a great marketing thing because we're marketers here. But the thing is that this 3-Step Heart Cure, we sell this as a book, as a digital download. But we also have made that into a program where it's a membership program. It's called a Platinum program. I have special reports. I have Conquer the Silent Killer in there. I have Is Your Fish Oil Killing You? I have all this information all loaded up, professionally done. You can download it on your PDF. You can download it on your computer. You can go back and go over the information research anytime you want. There's new things added to this. And this Platinum program I usually sell for $149. It comes with a supplement pack with it.